Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Valorant weekly news roundup brought to you by SkillCapped. My name's Modix, and today we are going to be diving into all of the Valorant esports rules that were released this week. So starting us off today, we will be taking a look at an article explaining Riot's reasoning behind releasing main rules for the future tournaments run by Riot themselves. But before we get into that, we're excited to announce our brand new hyper improvement platform specifically designed to help you improve fast. At skillcapped.com, you'll finally learn how to level up your aim, different techniques to win gunfights, and so much more. We have professional courses on every single agent, map, and mechanic in Valorant. This is backed by the top pros, players, and coaches to make sure you're getting the most up-to-date and accurate info possible. In fact, we're so confident that you'll improve using our system that we offer a rank improvement guarantee. Check it out yourself in the link below. Simply put in what rank you're currently stuck at and find out what rank you're guaranteed by using our system. So what are you waiting for? Unlock your true potential and get the rank you've always wanted at skillcapped.com. Link in the description below. On October 16th, we received this article titled Valorant Competitive Policies and Rules for Valorant Esports. And now here's what the article said. Competitive integrity for Valorant esports. Today, we are releasing the first versions of competitive policies that will serve as the cornerstones of Valorant esports. Over the past few months, the feedback you shared has been invaluable in helping us identify the necessary structures to ensure the current and future competitive integrity of our sport. Thank you to the many players, teams, fans, and tournament operators whose contributions helped shape the policies we are releasing today. Why this is important. The vast majority of rule violations can be prevented by writing clear rules and being responsive to teams and players who are seeking clarification. As Valorant esports continues to grow, my goal is to institute the greatest possible clarity and transparency for the participants of the competitive ecosystem. To further supplement our competitive policies and ensure fair play, we've built a strong partnership with the Valorant anti-cheat team. Along with our tournament partners, the anti-cheat team helps us review instances of suspicious behavior during competitive events. This will assist us in identifying players who are clearly pursuing unfair tactics and provide a balanced playing field for all participants. Going forward, prior to participating in any Riot-sanctioned Valorant competition, all players will be required to accept and agree to abide by the outlined rules and policies. Your feedback continues to be invaluable as we seek to grow Valorant in a manner that is authentic to the community. Please continue to share your thoughts. We'll be listening. So now that we know why this is actually important, let's break down the rules. And to be specific, we will be breaking down the rules for the Valorant First Strike competition. At the very beginning of the rules, Riot does some housekeeping going over the specific terms and what they mean. But I'm sure you already know what round, map, and match means, so we'll just start with the First Strike competitive format. In this tournament, 8 teams will compete in a best of 3 single elimination bracket. The finals will be best of 5. And as for the schedule, the quarterfinals will take place during December 3rd and December 4th. And then following that on the 5th, we will see the semifinals. Then lastly, the tourney will be wrapped up on December 6th with the grand finals. I know a few of you might be asking why they just started with the quarterfinals, and that's because each region has different qualifier dates, and these dates are the same for every region. The next important rule that a lot of players have been looking forward to hearing is the requirement to play. This mainly concerns age. We have really started to see younger players ages around 10 to 13 entering into the esports scenes, and it looks like this will not be the case when it comes to Valorant. Here's what the rule reads. No player shall be considered eligible to participate in any match comprising a First Strike event before his or her 16th birthday, defined as having lived 16 full years. Now, this might be annoying for you younger players, but you do need to understand that this is only for the First Strike tournament, and it may change with the future tournaments. And now that we have age requirements out of the way, we can talk about the roster rules. Here's what the rules say. Teams must set their starting roster for their first match of the day from the roster submitted to the tournament operator pursuant to Section 3.4 of the global policy as modified by any roster changes made pursuant to Section 3.5 of the global policy as follows. Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. local time for Thursday matches. Tuesday at 6 o'clock p.m. local time for Friday matches. Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. local time for Saturday matches. Thursday at 6 p.m. local time for Sunday matches. As for the roster locks, teams participating in First Strike may not add or drop players from their roster at any point between November 22nd, 2020 and December 7th, 2020. This is really a self-explanatory rule because if a team sees how an opponent is playing, they shouldn't be able to recruit another player to try to gain the competitive edge. And we have to remember that if one of the players isn't able to play, then the team always has a substitute that can join in on the action. And along with the substitute, another key player to the team is the coach. Here are the rules for them. If a team has a coach, then that coach may be present for every match in which the team participates. For live in-person tournaments held as part of a First Strike event, aka LAN event or LAN events, at least one of the team's designated coaches may be on site throughout each such match. For online tournaments held as part of a First Strike event online events, at least one of the team's designated coaches may be connected to the voice communication system in the lobby and will only be allowed to talk to players and others during the agent and map selection process for each match, timeouts, halftimes, and in between maps if applicable. Coaches are only permitted to be on stage during agent and map selection, timeouts, halftimes, and in between maps. I don't really know how they're going to enforce this rule right now, but I'm sure that as the First Strike tournament is underway, we will see exactly how this plays out. One thing that we can see is that there are now confirmed timeouts during this tourney, which currently aren't in the game right now, so I don't know if this is a feature that will get added before the tournament is underway. I know that we have been going through a ton of rules so far, but we aren't done yet. And hopefully this is going to help you further understand Valorant esports. And if it does, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Moving right along, let's talk about our second to last section, player equipment. Here are the rules. At LAN events held as part of a First Strike event, players are allowed to bring the following categories of equipment, which are owned by themselves or their teams into the match arena as defined below, and can use such equipment during the First Strike event. Number 1, PC keyboards. Number 2, PC mice and cord holders. And number 3, mouse pads. For the avoidance of doubt, players may not bring, use, or wear any headsets, earbuds, and/or microphones that are not provided by tournament officials. All player-owned or team-owned equipment used at LAN events must be submitted to tournament officials in advance for approval. Approved equipment will remain on site with tournament officials and will only be accessible before the match or at such time as approved by the head referee as defined below. Unapproved equipment or equipment that is suspected by tournament officials of providing an unfair competitive advantage will not be permitted for use, and players will be required to use tournament operator provided equipment instead. At their discretion, tournament officials may disallow the use of any individual piece of equipment for reasons relating to tournament security, safety, or operational efficiency or effectiveness. No player-owned or team-owned hardware or equipment may be brought into the match area if it features or displays any name, likeness, or logo of a company or brand which is a competitor of Riot Games or Valorant. Tournament officials reserve the right to request that a team member cover up a logo or brand during the event. The tournament operator will provide and players will exclusively use equipment in the following categories for all First Strike event matches held as LAN events. Number 1, PC and monitor. Number 2, hand warmers. Number 3, headsets and or earbuds and or microphones. And number 4, tables and chairs. At the request of a player, the tournament operator will provide the following categories of equipment for use in all First Strike event matches held as LAN events. Number 1, PC keyboards. Number 2, PC mice. And number 3, mouse pads. All equipment provided by the tournament operator will be chosen, selected, and determined at the sole discretion of the tournament operator. Subject to the foregoing, the unauthorized modification of competition provided equipment or the use of hardware, software, or other equipment that is not provided or approved by tournament officials will be deemed cheating. Players must return all competition provided equipment to the tournament operator when the LAN event is over or upon request by the tournament operator. Now, the sole reason for these rules to be put into place is due to the fact that someone with more money could easily get better equipment than others, and this would hurt the competitive integrity of the tourney. So if I had to guess, everyone will be given 144Hz monitors and a pretty decent PC. A very interesting rule that follows this is about voice chat. Voice chat will be provided only via the native system used in tournament operator provided headsets. Use of third-party voice chat software, example Discord, is not permitted at either LAN events or online events without explicit prior approval of tournament officials. Tournament officials may monitor a team's audio at the discretion of the tournament operator. With most streamers and pro teams using Discord, I'm kind of surprised that they won't be allowing it. I guess this will just help with making sure that nobody is able to bring in other personnel to help gain the edge over the opponent. Now, with all of those technical rules out of the way, the final section of the rules I want to point out is how exactly the tourney will be played, starting with match restrictions. Here are those. Matches will be played on the current patch available on Valorant's live services. Regarding new agents will be automatically restricted for 2 weeks from their release on live service. Example, Agent A was released on February 5th, so Agent A will become eligible to be used in all matches on February 19th. Regarding new maps will be automatically restricted for 4 weeks from their release on live service. Example, Map A was released on February 5th. So Map A will become eligible to be used in all matches on March 5th. Regarding additional restrictions, example disabling certain weapons, may be added by Riot representatives at any time before or during a match if there are known bugs with any items, agents, skins, or abilities. I know that some viewers are still very confused on how exactly the map selection works, so here's some more info on that. Let's start with how the map selection process for best of 1 matches work. The better seeded team will decide if they are either Team A or Team B. If the tournament in question has no predetermined seeding, the better seeded team for purposes of this section will be determined at random. Team A starts the process and the map for the match will be selected according to the following procedure. Team A removes 2 maps. Team B selects from the remaining maps with the sides for each team on such map to be determined by coin flip. Now here's what it would look like if the match was best of 3. The better seeded team will decide if they're either Team A or Team B. If the tournament in question has no predetermined seeding, the better seeded team for purposes of this section will be determined at random. Team A starts the process and the map for the match will be selected according to the following procedure. Team A removes 1 map from the map pool. Team B removes 1 map from the map pool. Team A selects the map for the first map of the best of 3 match. Team B selects the side of the map they will start on for the first map and selects the map for the second map of the best of 3 match. Team A selects the side of the map they will start on for the second map. The third map, if required, will be chosen at random from the full map pool with the sides for each team on such map to be determined by coin flip. And now finally, for the finals, here's how map selection will work. The better seeded team will decide if they're either Team A or Team B. If the tournament in question has no predetermined seeding, the better seeded team for purposes of this section will be determined at random. Team A starts the process and the map for the match will be selected according to the following procedure. Team A selects the map for the first map of the best of 5 match. Team B selects the side of the map they will start on for the first map and selects the map for the second map of the best of 5 match. Team A selects the side of the map they will start on for the second map and then selects the map for the third map of the best of 5 match. Team B selects the side of the map they will start on for the third map and then selects the map for the fourth map of the best of 5 match, if required. Team A selects the side of the map they will start on for the fourth map, if required. The fifth map, if required, will be chosen at random from the full map pool with the starting sides for each team on such map to be determined by coin flip. Right now, best of 5 matches are the highest it gets in Valorant, so there's no need for any further explanations. And that wraps up all of the main rules for this upcoming tournament. And remember, if you want to improve, win more gunfights, and get the rank you've always wanted, then check out skillcapped.com, link in the description below. We will be sure to keep you updated with specific updates for each region regarding the tournament, but this is all we have right now. If you want to find the rest of the rules, then we will provide the link of the news article in the description of this video. And I know that normally during this weekly news roundup, we cover leaks that have come to the game. And if you're interested in that, then be sure to check out the video at the top right hand corner of your screen right now, because we already released a video covering all the leaks that came with Act 3. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's Valorant Weekly News Roundup. I hope that you all found this video helpful, and hopefully now you further understand how the Valorant First Strike competition will work. Everyone here at SkillCapped, thank you for watching all the way through this video. This is Modix signing off, and I will see you all in the next one.